Welcome to the biggest motorcycle drag race in the world. The top racers from all over the globe have assembled here in Valdosta, Georgia, including the 19-time champion and world record holder, Larry Spider-Man McBride. With 1,500 horsepower, 2 wheels, no roll cage, and nitromethane, you better believe this will be on the edge.
Got it tacked up, and if you get too close, you're getting cracked up. Stone cold when I roll, coming out of the hole. Get back, cause I'm out of control.
We welcome you to beautiful South Georgia Motorsports Park. It is the Lucas Oil Man Cup Motorcycle Drag Racing World Finals. The quickest motorcycles in the world, Top Fuel and Pro Open, are ready to go. My name's Jack Rapella, pleased to be joined by the 6-time NHRA champion, George Bryce.
Good to be here, man. This is my favorite class. I love Top Fuel. These guys are awesome. Let's run.
Here's the rundown. 3 rounds of qualifying. You qualify with your best run that's used for seeding. Eliminations are single elimination. You lose, you go home. The big news in pre-race testing, Larry Spider-Man McBride cracked a new world record with a 550 at 264 miles an hour on 2 wheels. We caught up with him earlier. He's been doing this for 42 years, and he is the quickest and fastest in the world. Larry Spider-Man McBride, could you describe what it feels like to go 264 miles an hour on 2 wheels?
I'm gonna tell you, that's something that's really hard to describe, about like a woman trying to describe how it is having a baby. So it's really, really fast. I really can't put it in words. It's the next best thing I could ever say is like skydiving. It's a really great thrill. Going that fast is not as near as bad as trying to stop from that fast. So it's quite a thrill, I can tell you that.
You have an opportunity to do something special today and win a 20th championship. How do you feel about your chances?
Well, you know, I'd be lying if I would told you I wasn't nervous, because I can't even talk. So it's pretty exciting to know you're going after number 20, and you know our weather here is like pretty good weather right now. It's really chilly and makes a lot of horsepower, so it's a little nerve-wracking.
Team Larry Spider-Man McBride hunting down a 20th championship. 264 miles an hour on 2 wheels is absolutely staggering. Thank goodness we're at one of the longest tracks in the country. Standard quarter mile, 1,320 feet. Another almost 3,000 feet of shutdown. And George, it's concrete all the way to the finish line. That really helps those ETs.
Yep, this is one of the longest tracks in the country. It's over 4,000 feet now, which you said. But that gives Larry and some of the really fast guys room to stop. And that's so important. You can't go fast if you can't stop.
We'll see if the Spider-Man can get it done and win championship number 20 on the Trim Tex Pingle final swipe back machine. Let's get you right to round number 1, but first let's take a look at our ladder. McBride will take on the veteran Chris Hand, Sam Wills taking on Jay Turner in the Lucas Oil Nitro Harley, Dave Vantine, Hua Hokkanen, and England's Ian King and Mitch Brown. It is an international happening here at the World Finals. Records will fall. Racers are here from all around the globe. It is now time for first round of eliminations. Hua HINTUKAINEN set to take on the talented Dave Vantine, a man who just got into Top Fuel about 5 years ago, but has made a huge name for himself. He is now the 3rd quickest man in the world. Vantine looking to punch his ticket into round 2. He does 6:06.
Good grief, man. 6:06 with all that tire spinning, letting off the throttle. Watch this control problem right here. He takes off good, and then he goes into a really big wheel stand, and it looks like it comes towards the wall a little bit, and he's having to hang off, shut it off.
Vantine advances to round 2. Hua came all the way from Europe. Thanks for coming. Unfortunately, he is done. Here comes the very innovative and unique Lucas Oil-backed supercharged Nitro Harley of Jay the Bulldog Turner, taking on Sam Wills. What a unique machine for Jay.
This is awesome, having a supercharger on there, a Pro Charger, not just a regular supercharger.
We got a race, 4 cylinders versus 2 cylinders. Oh, Jay was on a pass, but the veteran Sam Wills sneaks around him. 6:09. What happened here, George?
Well, it looks like Jay got off to a really good start, and you know, we were talking about a little while ago about the supercharger on these. There's 2 different kinds right here. One is belt driven and one of them is actually gear driven. So it's interesting to see how they work.
We'll give Jay credit for stepping up and playing with the four-cylinder bikes. Much more coming out of the Bulldog team. Keep an eye on them. England's Ian King. He is a 10-time European champion in the right-hand lane. He gets set to take on Monster Race Products' Mitch Brown.
Okay, Mitch makes a lap here. He looks good. Nope.
Oh, Ian's on a pass. Watch that scoreboard. The man from England just went 581.
Is that Ian's best run yet?
I do believe that is a career best.
Might be a personal best.
What do you think the rider's feeling right here, George?
Well, it looked like to me like Mitch was on a really good lap, and then you can see Ian's motorcycle just all of a sudden stretches out, gets the clutch locked in, and it makes a nice lap. A really good lap.
And here comes the 19-time champion chasing history. The new world record holder, Larry Spider-Man McBride. He gets set to take on his good buddy, Chris Hand. These guys have been after this for more than 42 years. Spider-Man away with a good launch. Look at him putting some body English on it. That's why they call him the Spider-Man. 564! Unbelievable!
What a great run for Larry. Check out how he gets tucked in nice. He's got his feet in. He's steering with his feet also, and it gets, oh man, that's fast.
258 miles an hour on two wheels. That takes him into round number 2 and brings him one step closer to the coveted 20th championship. Much more coming from Valdosta after this.
Lucas Oil on the Edge is brought to you by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Pingle, manufacturer and distributor of high-performance motorcycle parts and accessories for the street and drag. And by Trimtex. Trimtex is the premier manufacturer of vinyl drywall beads and accessories.
Here with the world's quickest and fastest drag bike female, Nikki Zak, all the way from Australia. Nikki, what's it like to go over 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle?
There's nothing like it. I have been known to say lots of things that are inappropriate. I'm not going to say them now, but I'm just going to tell you it's awesome.
Excellent. And how much have the Lucas Oil products helped you in this endeavor?
Since I came to the US, Lucas Oil have helped me enormously. They have given me product which is the best. They do all sorts of product, like you can see here. Here's all of these items on display. They are the best. I put them in my dually truck. I put their products in my motorcycle, which is right here. I call that motorcycle the Pony, and she loves Lucas Oil products. So they've helped me enormously.
Well, there you go. You heard it from the world's fastest female herself. If you want to treat your motorcycle right, make sure you get some Lucas Oil. Indeed, and let's get you right to action as we continue on here with the Lucas Oil Motorcycle Drag Racing World Finals. Jack Rapella and George Bryce here with you. Let's take a look now at Pro Open. George, a very interesting class.
Yeah, Pro Open's neat. Kind of anything can go there, you know, top fuel or funny car, funny bike. You can also have Pro Stock, Pro Mod. It's a catch-all for the classes where there's not really one rule just for one class, but I mean, a year or two ago, we actually ran our NHRA Pro Stock motorcycle in this class and did pretty good.
Anything goes. We'll see a lot of nitrous, wheelie bar bikes, no bar bikes, and here comes the world's fastest female, Nikki Zak, out of Sydney, Australia, taking on the no bar Hayabusa. We'll see if she can earn a berth into round number 2 here in Pro Mod in this packed South Georgia Motorsports Park drag strip. We run them to the quarter mile. Nikki Zak out in front. Oh, look at the big flame, but it will be good enough. The Lucas Oil back female takes it to round 2. George, what was up with that flame?
Looked like I heard the motorcycle on the rev limiter at the finish line there, and you could hear it backfiring, and of course now you see the flames from this end of the track, so I think she may have lost a bullet right there.
Well, let's hope Nikki can take it back to the pits with her talented crewmen, swap a motor. Let's get you right to the next pair. Shane EPERJESI, that is a Turbo GS, getting set to take on Tommy Shaw.
Yep, this is a new package, new combination. It's got a max ECU with a standalone deal. This used to be a normally aspirated with nitrous. They put a turbocharger on it, and it is he's been running 620s, I think.
Oh, EPERJESI on a pass here. How about a 630 at 221 miles an hour? Let's take a second look.
Man, that is working. That's that new max ECU I was telling you about, and it's got a turbocharger on it, and it goes 221 miles an hour. That is incredible. 630 ET.
George, you've been there on a fast funny bike. What's it feel like to go this fast on two wheels?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, it's like Larry said, it's just unbelievable. Your scoreboards go by fast as your life.
Louis Grist coming up alongside Rob Garcia, another very talented turbo racer. We got ourselves a dogfight here. Reaching the stripe first, it's Garcia. Look at the ET, 644. Man, did he step up.
My goodness, look at his controls. He's got smoke pouring out of the engine, and he's doing wheelies and shutting it off. He lifted and got back in it and took the win.
I'll tell you, I want to compliment our track staff for this great footage. These things just absolutely look like a handful, and we've got much more coming up. Round one continues when we come back. I'm sure you've noticed on the rear of Larry Spider-Man McBride's motorcycle, it says Trimtex. I'm here with Joe Koenig of Trimtex. Joe, how did you get involved in motorsports?
Well, great question, Jack. First of all, thank you for doing this and being here at Man Cup. My dad bought me a Honda 50 when I was 4 years old, and I've just been a motorcycle nut my whole life. Dirt bikes. I started drag racing in 1978 at Union Grove, Wisconsin. So I've been a drag racer since I was 16 years old.
Thank you for being involved, and we have examples of what Trimtex is. What is Trimtex?
Well, it's drywall corner bead. It's extruded drywall corner bead. You encapsulate your end of your wall, your drywall, with a vinyl drywall corner bead. Our newest product is Fast Edge paper. This is a brand new product. We're debuting it this year, our 50th year in business. It is a extruded piece of vinyl with a hinge that's adjustable for your wall angle and a paper flange on it. So the very first Trimtex product with paper on it. We're super proud of it. It took 2 years to develop this product and bring it to market.
You coined the term drywall art. Some of the things that you can do are just absolutely staggering.
Thank you. Yeah, just round curved soffits, archways, beautiful edges on your drywall, whether it's a chamfered edge or a round edge. Beautiful homes. John Force's house has Trimtex in it, just so you know.
And if people want more information, where can they go?
www.trimtex.com.
Well, thanks so much to Trimtex, and make sure you check that out. If it's good enough for John Forrest, trust me, you want Trimtex drywall products in your house. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Lucas Oil Motorcycle Drag Racing World Finals. Jack Corpella and 82-time NHRA winner George Bryce here with you. George, we've seen some great racing already, and we're going to continue.
Yep, this racetrack right here is a great shot of how good this track looks. It's got a look at the crowd, man. It's awesome. They do great track prep here. It's a really flat piece of pavement. The guys ground it flat several times since it's been built, and the glue that's on that starting line and all the way down the track is why that so shiny finish looks.
You'll walk right out of your shoes. We've already seen several people trip because it's so tacky. Let's get you back to first round here in Pro Open, a class where anything goes. We've seen nitrous bikes, we've seen turbo bikes, no bar bikes, and we got some of the best in the country coming up next to try to punch their ticket into the final round. Winning this race means everything. Everybody wants to end the season saying they won the World Finals.
You win the World Finals, Jack. That means that the whole offseason you are the winner. Nobody can take that away from you the last race of the year. Speaking of race of the year, check out that facility, man. I spoke about that shiny finish to that track. Look, it's concrete all the way to the finish line, and they have so much glue and prep on there that you will come right out of your shoes.
South Georgia Motorsports Park is known as one of the quickest and fastest tracks in the country for good reason. We bring up the old school turbo machine of Larry Hayes alongside the no-bar Suzuki Hayabusa of Aruba's Jason German. Very interesting matchup.
Yeah, the Honda that Larry Hayes has, that's an old single overhead cam Honda. Google that, single overhead cam Honda 750. It's an old motorcycle.
Well, you can Google it, but he's out of here. The Suzuki Hayabusa takes the win, 705, 204 miles an hour. Jason German rolls to the next round. Tough break out there for Larry Hayes. Any idea what happened here?
Looks like he had another good start, and then, of course, he choked down somewhere out there in low. Let's look at the replay right now. Looks like, and he moves okay, front wheel up, and then it falls flat on its face, and Larry goes almost over the handlebars. He recovered well, but look at the Hayabusa rolling.
Yeah, that Hayabusa making some big power, eclipsing the 200-mile-an-hour mark. Speaking of Hayabusas, here comes Mark Rendeluke. He has the world's quickest Hayabusa motor drag bike that you see with the skeleton leathers, set to take on Kenny Hill. This should be a fight to the finish. The turbo bike versus the nitrous bike.
And Mark is always a favorite in this category, so let's watch how it goes.
Oh, we got ourselves a race. Rendeluke starting to pull away. The Suzuki Hayabusa gets there first. 6:32. He was 0:69 on the lights.
Yep, Mark was ready. I think that might be close to his personal best, too. That's a great run right there. Look at that bad boy pulling top end.
Is the Hayabusa engine now going to be one of the more dominant drag bike engines we see the next few years?
Yep, it is definitely the next era for motorcycle drag racing for us.
Well, let's give you a look at the Lucas Oil ladder as we close in on a finish here from the Man Cup World Finals. Which combination will win it all? That's the question. So much still left to decide. So many great racers here from all corners of the world. I'll tell you, it has been impressive, and we're not done yet, guys. Make sure you stay with us. The Lucas Oil Motorcycle Drag Racing World Finals rolls on.
Lucas Oil on the Edge has been brought to you by Spevco, a leading manufacturer of specialty vehicles. Final Swipe, a leader in financial transaction services and proud sponsor of Larry Spider-Man McBride. And by Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Motorcycle Drag Racing and Man Cup World Finals. We're set for our Top Fuel Final, which could be historic. If you follow that man, Larry McBride, on his YouTube channel, Cycle Drag, you know that he's going for an unprecedented 20th championship. But before we get to our final, let's see how they got there. Sam Wills was having problems in the light, stuck in the glue, George.
Wow, look at that. He stuck, his feet stuck, and he just fell over.
And the Spider-Man clicks off a 568 at 261 miles an hour. Dave Vantine and Ian King would face off. Ian takes the win. Vantine overpowers the racetrack.
Yep, looked like he tried to rotate the planet.
When you got 1,500 horsepower and you burn nitromethane, it is so easy to throw too much at it. Now the moment of truth. USA versus England. Can the Spider-Man Larry McBride win an unprecedented 20th championship, or will that man who came all the way from Europe seize the day?
This is a cool matchup because I think they both have career best this weekend.
Top Fuel final time. Here we go. Whole shot. Larry McBride. Larry McBride steals a whole shot. Bar to bar in the Top Fuel final. At the top end, it's Larry McBride on a whole shot. 592.9. Takes out a 592.4. It was a bracket race photo finish in Top Fuel. Wow.
That's incredible. Larry did the driver's job that time. He was doing everything right. The motorcycle's really fast, but the driver has to do his job.
Well, congratulations to the Trimtex Pingle Final Swipe team. Larry McBride wins his 20th championship. We got to give credit to Ian King and crew. They had a valiant effort all the way over from England in a container, but McBride gets it done.
Yep, that was good stuff, you know, because I said they both got career best this weekend.
Let's catch up with the Spider-Man, Larry McBride, the newly crowned 20-time champion, down in the winner's circle. Mr. Spider-Man McBride, this weekend, 20 championships, the quickest and fastest of all time, and an amazing final. What's this mean to you?
Well, it means everything, especially with all my friends here, you know, and Wayne and Donna, my two biggest supporters I've had in forever now, for 20 plus years, and my whole crew. I mean, it means the world. 20, who would have ever thought that you could be racing this long? I mean, 42 years, took me 42 years to get 20 championships, so they still don't come very easy.
That final round on a whole shot, take me through it.
Well, you know, I really ain't got a reason what happened. Something happened to the bike. We're not 100% sure until we get back and download the computer. But I had oil all over me, so we don't know exactly what happened. We just know something happened. So we'll go back and research it. But, you know, it's sometimes the rider better do his job or he might get fired.
That's what I said. You know what? It can't be bad to win a championship and have Lucas Oil all over you.
That's right. What a magnificent career it has been for Larry McBride. By 100 points, he edges out his rival, Dave Vantine, to win championship number 20. Can you believe that, George? 20 championship titles.
Yep, and he said only in 40-something years, so he's got a really great win ratio. Every batter in the world would love to have an average like that.
Well, Larry McBride and his brother have dedicated their lives to this sport. Let's get you now to Pro Open. Let's see what happened in our semifinals. Grothis Drag Bikes, Jean Gosselin from Canada, alongside Mark Rendeluke and that super fast Hayabusa. Could Rendeluke keep the momentum up? At the top end of this one, the win light went to Gosselin. Rob Garcia would be in the other pair alongside Shane EPERJESI. Could Garcia keep his hot streak going?
Man, look at the smoke. It's so fast to smoke so much.
Well, unfortunately, George, as you know, drag racing can be a war of attrition. Both Gosselin and Rendeluke hurt their motorcycles. That means in the final, Rob Garcia got a bye run, but he made it entertaining. He took a roll in the glue and ripped the sole off his boot for us.
Man, that's sticky. Look at this. That's good.
Yeah, you want to talk about how tacky and sticky that racetrack is out there. Here's a good example. Somebody help Rob.
No wonder they have a hard time staging the motorcycles. They're stuck to the track.
Oh, man down. Man down. Gotta love it. The sweet euphoria of victory. Congratulations to the man from Pennsylvania, Rob Garcia, wins it all in a very game and gung-ho Pro Open field. George, he earned those bragging rights.
Yes, he did, and I learned something new today, man. When you get stuck, you stop, drop, and roll.
Well, I know that Rob Garcia is standing by. Let's see if we can get this thing down to the winner's circle and talk to one very happy champion, your winner in Pro Open here today. Rob, you took something that was going to be really boring for TV and made that an exciting final. What happened?
Well, I got glued to the track for one thing, ripped both the heels off my shoes. Then I was stuck, so I had to roll off the track. And I need to really think fast by gas. Paul, we've been blistering tires, chunking tires all weekend. Paul had a used tire that I needed. It was his spare. He gave it to me, and then he chunked the tire. So he had to borrow a tire from somebody to make his final. So thank you, Paul. You're the man.
Congratulations. Paul is the man. Thank you so much. We'll see Paul in action. This is only one of 3 shows we have from the Man Cup Finals at South Georgia Motorsports Park. If you don't want to miss one, all you got to do is go to mavtv.com/set-reminder, and you will never miss a race. Go to mavtv.com for more. Follow us on social. George, it was a lot of fun having you here. Thanks so much.
Man, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I'd love to do some more of this. This is fun, man. What a great race. Thank you, guys. Thank Lucas Oil for putting this on the air.
For 6-time NHRA champion George Bryce, I'm Jack Corpella from the quickest motorcycle drag race in the world. You're not living unless you're on the edge.